Hey guys, happy Monday. Early on in my career, one of the design features that scared me the most was ombre. Getting that perfect spray of color just seemed so unattainable to me with the products that I was using. I tried and I tried and I tried, and I just could not find a technique that worked for me. Fast forward a couple years, and I started working with Japanese gel, and I met an artist that was really surprised that I was saying this. And that artist showed me this technique. So, with a combination of the technique I'm about to show you and the fact that I just decided to not be scared of ombre anymore, I conquered my fear. So, if you struggle to get that perfect, beautiful fade of color, whether it's a baby boomer French or it is a color ombre or even if it's nude to black, this technique is for you. This is Ombre 101. Let me show you what I mean. So starting off with a nice neutral nail, this is Nail Thought's Orchid Syrup, number 91 in the gel color collection, just a nice warm pink. And we're going to focus on the basics today. We're going to use bluey white and we're going to do a French ombre on this nail. This is the best white ever, very bright, very crisp. Has a very small tinge of blue to it, but you will not see that blue on the nail, it just looks very bright white. Just going to place some of that bright white on our palette. And our weapon of choice is a latex-free makeup wedge. This is just from Amazon, nothing crazy. You can get these in bulk very easily. So we are going to use every corner of this sponge. We're going to be holding onto this one corner here. We're going to keep that nice and clean. And we're going to have zones 1, 2, and 3 down on the bottom here. So zone 1 we're going to use to dispense our gel. Zone 2 we are going to use to blend our gel upward. And zone 3 is just going to be in case we need to clean up any little steps or misfires with our color. So starting up here on zone 1, that skinny corner, I'm going to pick up some of my bluey white, and I am going to work it into my sponge just a little bit. So on this nail, I'm going to use my zone 1 to dispense my white right on the tip. Does not have to be perfect. You want it to be relatively even from side to side. Just like that. Looks great already. Love it. So let's go ahead and blend this. We're going to switch to our zone 2 now, this kind of wider end here. And we're going to use this to spray that color upwards. So I will pounce, 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 pounce until it starts to soften that line. And then I will start to move my sponge up the nail. Ombres happen in layers, so if your white is not bright enough for you, that is okay. The focus here is to get that good, solid gradient moving upwards. And you can see this is already looking nice and soft. We have a good amount of pigmentation, but it's not quite super bright white, but I like the way that this ombre looks. We're gonna go ahead and cure this. While that's curing, I will go back to my zone 1 and pick up a little bit more of my bluey white. And after this has cured, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna do that same technique. I'm gonna go zone 1, dispense the color at the tip of the nail, and then slipping to zone 2, we're going to pat and blend upwards. Japanese gels are very thick and very pigmented, so it's a really great product to use to create these ombres very easily because they spread very nicely. You don't have to add a lot of bulk to get the color concentration that you're looking for, and they don't create those bubbles like you will find so often if you're using this technique with bottle and brush gel colors. It's very common that you will kind of get bubbles in your application because it's a little bit more watery. So again, this is looking very nice. That's layer 2. I'm just tapping upwards on this side to make sure it looks nice and even from side to side. And we're going to cure this again. Now, the nice thing about this technique is that because we are layering up this concentration of color, if you want to stop at 2 layers and keep it with this nice soft white, looks a little bit more natural, you can absolutely do that. If you want to go in and add a little bit more white to make it very, very bright at the free edge, that is totally cool too. You can build it up as little or as much as you like. Now, say for instance, this is looking really good, but maybe I have a little bit of a spot, like maybe I make a little bit of a step up here, and it's not so perfect anymore. What I will do is I will take that zone 3, that third very clean spot, and we'll use that and just pounce it over top of that step that we created, and you just keep pouncing until that step disappears into your design. So from here, you can go ahead and top coat as normal, but if this is maybe not the best ombre you've ever done in your life and you need a little bit of a Hail Mary, I would like to introduce you to the glitter top coats in the Kokoist line. This is the Ultra Rainbow top coat. We also have the Ultra Diamond top coat. These glitter top coats are the same formulation as our Ultra Glossy top coat, but they have a little beautiful shimmery sparkle inside them, which one just looks amazing on top of any color. But if you've done an ombre and it's just a little bit patchy or there's a couple imperfections in there, a little additional glitter is just going to conceal those imperfections and make it look really flawless. And that's how I get perfect ombres every single time. Using something as simple as a makeup sponge like this in combination with the Japanese gel is a recipe for success with these ombres. The density of the Japanese gel and the amount of pigmentation that they have mean that they really pair very nicely with a makeup sponge like this. You're not going to get as many bubbles as if you are using a regular gel color, like a lower viscosity gel color. And you can technically implement this technique with bottle and brush gel colors like the Nail Thoughts gel color line. It just may take you a couple more coats. So if you are scared of ombre, please just take a second, get in your mind, and say, "You don't scare me, ombre," and try this technique. And hopefully you'll be like me all those years ago and realize that you were absolutely overthinking it and it was just this easy. If you have any questions, we have our comment section down below. Feel free to drop them in there. And we'll see you right back here in 7 days for another episode of Monday Masters. Take care.